Hey guys, I kind of felt excited about coming on and sharing a little bit about the ups and downs. Um, there is, it can seem challenging when you're watching people like, even me or Courtney or a lot of these other people who are channeling, and you're like, they're doing it, they're like, you see their views, you see how many people they have following, and you're like, in comparison, I have nothing. Like, I don't have anything to share. I'm down in the dumps, my energy's off all over the place. And you feel like you're the only one that seems to be struggling. Well, I want to disillusion you a little bit about that, because you may see the videos, but you don't see the rest of people's lives. And you don't see the years that it took for someone to maybe be at this time of now. I'm 41 and I spent 10 plus years with deep depression and anxieties, and that was a thing. I did not lead a normal life for the longest time. So, or what's considered a normal life, is part of my journey, part of what I needed to go through. But I'm mostly sharing this that you may find yourself in a dark time. You may find yourself struggling right now. And I want to share that there is an out. There is a possibility of change. And one of the things that helped me personally is I started out with having an external reason to get up in the morning, to take more care of myself. And then as the years went on, I was able to switch that external reason to an internal reason of just, I'm going to take care of myself because I'm also worthy of love, of care. I'm actually more worthy than anything else in the world of that. That is my current belief I'm playing with, because there's nothing to work with. But my current belief to embody is that I do come first in my life. That is definitely a direction that excites me, that feels good. I'm still figuring out how to balance that out with also, interacting and being there for others. And it doesn't really matter where you are at on your journey. What does matter is that allow yourself the freedom of awareness. Allow yourself the opportunity to feel into yourself, to breathe, to allow yourself to be calm. Because out of that calmness is where clarity rises. When you're scattered all over the place, it's really, really hard to actually know what you want, to be able to feel what you want, because there's so many things pulling at you. And some of you are going to say, Sarah, you are screwed. Like, you don't know what my life is like. There is no time whatsoever. And I know exactly what you're talking about. There was a point where I was working 3 jobs, helping to babysit some kids, cooking food, running the household, doing the shopping, some of the cleaning. It was just like so much. I thought I had to do it all. It wasn't even that I thought I had to do it all. I was just in such a pattern of like, this this needed to get out, this needed, and it all just felt like it needed my attention now. And I felt like I didn't have the space, the opportunity. And at one point, I was also running my own business while I was doing all the other things. And I decided to shut down my business to create more space. And it took me 4 years. 4 years to close a business because I constantly had customers calling. I constantly had people asking. I constantly had can you just do my job? Can you just work for me for this period of time? Like, can you just do this? I need help. So it's like, it's easy to follow the pattern you're already in. I get that. It can feel really challenging to take that time, to take that moment of silence, of breath. And sometimes it's helpful to do the guided meditations, like zeroed in every morning. Do it twice a day. Do it when you wake up. Do it when you go to bed. You know, you're already waking up. You're already falling asleep. Like, put on that meditation and go to sleep to it. Put on that meditation and brush your teeth to it if you need to. Just that breathing, that recentering, that is your key. That is your out. That is your doorway to a life you love, to a space, a frequency that you want to be in all the time. Part of this isn't because my mind is telling me I want to do this. A lot of this is it feels so darn good. I want more of it. I want to live my life from this good feeling place. Even when I'm not feeling good, I'm going to do things to get myself back into this frequency to feel good. And some days that's not necessarily going to happen. Yesterday I helped out and my whole day was basically taken up with other people. And I got home, I didn't even eat dinner. I flaked out on the couch and I slept 12 hours. And it's just such a reflection to myself of how when I say yes to myself, to the things that excite me, that I find exciting, that I find give me energy, versus things I do because I feel like I should, or it's just going to help someone else out. It's not necessarily in alignment, but I feel like I committed, so I have to do it. That just took a lot of energy. I know in the future I'll be able to do those things and stay in my center, in my place, and not let my energy be sucked away, drained away. But that was my old pattern. I used to just give all of my energy as much as possible all the time, come home, crash, and do it all over again. But this is where I want to shift my paradigm, where I want to be able to give from my overflow and maintain my field for myself. And that is not selfish. That is actually one of the greatest gifts you can give the world, to the planet, because a big lighthouse is much brighter than a fire that's constantly going out to coals and then being lit up again, going out to coals, being lit up again. So you're constantly going up and down, versus, a lighthouse shining bright in the moment, in the now, constantly present. It's giving the light from its overflow because the light beams as they're coming out, but the fire inside is staying the same. So that's kind of the reflection I wanted to share this morning with you guys. And remember, your breath is always here, is always present. So breathing deeply, practice those meditations that anchor in your space, your peace, your calmness within you. But using the breath, shallow breathing can help to excite, but we don't need more stress, more excitement necessarily on that level in our lives. We need calmer, regulated nervous systems. And when we create, when we play, when we are living from that regulated, calm nervous system, we just get to have so much more fun, so much more pleasure, so much more joy. And I just wish that for all of you, all of us, the entire planet, the entire universe, because it's such an amazing space to be from. Love y'all. See you soon. Bye for now.